Good news, bad news. The good news is there's no bad news. The RV furnace is fixed. Almost everything got changed out except for the actual furnace. So the circuit board, sail switch, the little motor, yeah, lots of stuff got switched out and it's working great. So I'm so happy. Now I have a lot of other problems or issues with the RV, but those will be addressed when I have the warranty visit. And it's nothing that's pressing, it's just little things. So now we can move back into the RV. I have a lot of cleanup to do. I have already de-winterized it. But yeah, it just needs a lot of cleanup, and I just shoved a bunch of stuff in there from that I picked up from my storage in San Jose. So that all needs to be sorted and put away. And then we're going to get some more rain for about a week. And I really wanted to get going on this garden over here, but may have to hold off. Need to plant out my lettuces. But for now, I thought I'd show you what's going on over here. Look at this. That's my garlic. And took a while, but some of the shallots are coming up. And then these are all the onions. So they'll eventually come up. I think this next rain is going to help a lot. And then I'm going to take all this straw off eventually and plant out my other herbs over here that I have growing that I grew from seed. So yeah, woo, windy. It's really pretty, but windy, and wow, I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna get going. Okay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Wow, we have had a lot of rain, just pretty much nonstop. It's finally cleared up. Yeah, we had hail. Yeah, a lot of rain in the last 4 days. Big storm. It did slow down at one point. Let's see. I think it was a couple days ago. I was over at my brother-in-law's place, and the sun came out, got a beautiful rainbow, got a shot of that, and then it started pouring again. So yeah, it's been quite the storm. But the sky is blue, big puffy white clouds, and I think we're gonna have at least a week of just no rain, and maybe some here and there throughout the month, but that's about it. Happy about that. So yeah, I'm glad it's over and done with, because I have a lot of stuff to do. I gotta get out in that garden. I also have some RV chores I gotta get done. All that heavy rain, I found another leak, and it's in the same slide out, this particular slide out. It is, I guess it would be called the living room, dining room of the RV. And there was some wetness on the carpeting on the floor. And then nothing. The only place I could see where it looked like it might be a problem is there was a seam that's kind of low down by where the flooring is area, and it looks like there's a little bit of silicone that's missing off this one area, and it does line up to where it was wet. It wasn't a huge amount of water, but still needs to be taken care of. So I'm going to do that this weekend. Take care of my garden this weekend. A few other things I need to do in the RV area. Also, tomorrow the horses are returning. My brother's horses are coming back from boarding. They board them for the winter months, but they're coming back tomorrow. And I'm gonna go over there. My brother-in-law's there now. I'm gonna go over there and greet them, figure out what I need to feed them, when I need to feed them every day, because I'm back on horse duty for about the next month. And then the guys will drive back from New Orleans. It's just going to be a busy weekend of just chores instead of me just sitting around reading a book and putting a puzzle together. So there's nothing else I could do in here. I've cleaned so much. And I think tonight I'm going to make cold brew coffee. I love a kitchen gadget, and I have this thing called a Toddy. I've had it for about 10 years now, and it makes great cold brew coffee. You let it sit overnight, and I will film that. But it's a great little thing. I think I will put it I'll put a link in the description. I think the new ones look a little different now. But mine's been great. You just need to buy some supplies every once in a while. The little filter, and there's like this rubber stopper that you need. And you know, I use mine probably 5 times before I change it out. And I have a lot of supplies that I just go through, usually during the summer. But so I'm going to manifest summer. Make a batch of cold brew. Should last me a whole week. And yeah, that'll make these next few days of sunshine and no rain much happier. Okay, this is the Toddy. It's well used. Like I said, I've had it for 10 years. Now, the only thing that you have to buy, multiple times is these 2 products. This is the stopper, and then it's a little rubber stopper, and then this is the filter. And the filter goes down in here, in there, and then the stopper goes up through the bottom, inside there. So those are the only 2 things. You can reuse these several times. I think sometimes I'll use it 5 times before I notice that the stopper is not really, it's getting too far up in there, and it keeps pushing the filter out. So as long as it's in there pretty tight, it's going to work great. And they tell you to put in 1.25 cups of coffee, and then 7 cups of water. Then I'm just going to do a little mix around just to get the coffee incorporated in there. There we go. Just get it all down in the water. And then once you put this lid on, it kind of helps with pressurizing it, and so it won't leak. If you happen to not put the stopper on very well, it won't leak because it's just pressurized in there. And then this is just the little handle for this thing to hold it a little easier when you are tomorrow I will pull the stopper out, and it will go into this container. There you go. And all the cold brew will go right through the bottom. And then I just use the coffee grounds in my garden. Okay, so that's just going to sit here on the counter until tomorrow. Very excited about that. Reminds me of summer. Summer will be here. I think let's just skip spring and go straight to summer. Okay.
guys. Hi, this is Max. Hello, love. Hello. So good to see you. You need a bath. Hi, Mo. Mo's a little more standoffish. He doesn't normally let me. Oh, you want me to pet you? Oh, I love you guys. Look at you. Yeah, you're both really dirty. And you need a brush. Okay, we're going to sort out your food so I know what to do for you. Oh, gosh, I missed you guys. Look at your sweetness. Yeah, look at your sweetness. Happy horses. Welcome back, guys. Remnants of a dinner party. I'm a bit tired, I have to admit. I last minute had my brother-in-law and the neighbor over last night. Little teeny dinner party, but it was very last minute. I'm not good with last minute. I need time to figure out what I'm going to do. And, yep. But everything was fine. We're great. Before I show you my plans for the garden, let me show you what I cooked up. It's just stuff that I had on hand as I didn't have time to do anything else. This is just some little tiny baby potatoes, red potatoes, that I tossed in some olive oil after I cleaned them good. A little bit of garlic, salt, and black pepper. And then I'm going to, this is the thing that's going to take the longest, so I'm going to put this in the oven in a little bit. Okay, table is set. The Greek salad is tossed. This is the shrimp cocktail sauce, homemade. Shrimp are ready to go into the oven at 475 for 8 minutes. Potatoes are already done, but I'm just going to get a quick crust on them. And this broccolini tossed in balsamic vinegar and olive oil. So I think that's good. That's all I'm going to do because the neighbor is also bringing a dish, probably grain. And yeah, ready to have this little get together now. I'm tired. I'm so tired. That was fun. So this is a structure that I just put together that is going to protect my lettuces. I have another one I'm going to put up that will protect the tomatoes. Critters, birds, they will get to that stuff. So I'm going to do another one of these things later. But this one for now is taking care of my lettuces. And I do have this little frost covering. It's just removable. It's just this white stuff because we did have some frost. And I can take that off. I can put it on. If we're going to get, too much sun, I can put that on to protect the tender lettuces. Okay, so let me show you what's going on inside. This is right here is pretty much all that I have left from what I planted. You hear that little chittering? That's the squawking is that chittering. That's the dark-eyed junco. That love those little guys. Anyway, yeah, this is pretty much what I have left from when I planted from seeds. Then I went through the whole mold in the mechanical shed. I had to move everything because we were staying in my brother's cabin, and I lost a ton of stuff. I did replant some lettuce seeds, lettuce seeds. But I'm going to cheat. And I did buy some that are at the local plant store, the nursery. They look amazing. So I'm going to put those in today next to what I already have. I have a couple of romaine. I have some red leaf lettuces and some collards. And then down the row on the edge, I have, I planted some peas. Let's just, yeah. The great thing is that
that whole tray over there, it only cost $35 for all that. I mean, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to grow everything from seed, and it just wasn't in the cards. This I do have to look into getting a regular small greenhouse. I know I can pick one up at Costco. Yeah. Okay, I'll plant these. It's gonna look great, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, I think that's good. I put in these beans back here. That's where I have my peas. My pea beans are in there. So the peas will be done before these even are ready to go. You know, they'll just grow throughout the summer season. And then I have these posts that I'm going to put twine so that things can grow up on it. But yeah, I think some of these are really close together, planted close together, but you know, I'll utilize them, not cutting the whole entire head of lettuce, but taking, you know, leaves for my salads. So, okay, that's done. So happy about that. Yeah, and then these are my onions. Well, this is the garlic. Then these are, you see the shallots coming up. I took out some of the straw, so it looks like it's getting a little too wet in there. And white onions, and then you can tell these are the red onions because you can see the red coming through. And then I ran out of room in there, so I put my Swiss chard here. And these are bunching onions. And then, you know, my little herb area. Just need to get some thyme planted. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with both. I'm going to give them all a good soak, as Monty Don would say.
Give it a good soak.
Okay, well, what a day. What a week. Thanks for watching. And you have a good week too. Summer days are coming.